Hello everyone, welcome back to Akiba TCG. I'm sorry for the inactive because I was busy with my internship. And so yeah, right now I'm back with gbt06 support. So yeah, let's get right into it. Today I'll bring you a deck profile for the upgraded Sync Saver Major Siglot Blaster deck, which is the Sync Blaster deck, which is currently been topping quite well in Japan. Along with 7 Seas and Sanctuary Guard Blaster, and also Raging Form Abyss. I will do a deck profile on Raging Form Abyss later, so let's get right into it for this first. First off, the grade 3 I'll be running Majestic Lord Blaster. Just 2 copies is enough because searchable with Wingal Brave. Skill is when this unit have a Blaster Blade and a Blaster Dart in your soul, this unit gain plus 2000 power and 1 critical permanently on both players' turn, so it's a 12k base if you have 2 of the units in your soul. And the second skill is when this unit attacks a Vanguard, when this unit attacks, and if you may pay the cost, which is choose 1 Blaster Blade and 1 Blaster Dart on your field and put them into the soul. And if you do during this turn, this unit gain plus 10,000 power, so it's a 22k. 2 critical the turn you use the skill, so it's pretty good. So yeah, 2 copies. And then moving on, I'll be running the main star of the deck, which is 4 copy of the Seeker Sync Saver Dragon. Skill is Legion 20,000 with Blaster Blade Seeker. Second skill is when this unit attacks at the end of battle, this unit attacks a Vanguard, you may pay the cost of Card Blast 2, Soul Blast 3, discard 2 cards from your hand, and if you do, choose 1 card named Seeker Sync Saver Dragon from your deck and superiorite it as stand position. And if you do, shuffle your deck, and this unit performs Soulmate Legion with the Blaster Blade Seeker from your soul. And the third skill is when this unit attacks during this battle, this unit gains plus 2000 power. So yeah, 4 copies. Now it's very easy to pull off the Sync Saver double restand, so yeah, due to the new support. Moving on, which is the Legion Mid, which is Blaster Blade Seeker. Skill is when this unit appears on the rearguard circle, if you control a Seeker Vanguard, you may pay the cost, which is Card Blast 1. If you do, choose 1 of your opponent's grade 2 and above unit in play and retire it. It doesn't say front row, yeah? So 3 copies. Moving on to the next grade 2, which is the main starlight of the deck, which is 4 pieces of this Blaster Blade. I don't have the TT version, so yeah, I will get one soon. The skill is when this unit appears on the Vanguard circle, you may pay the cost, which is Card Blast 2. If you do, choose 1 of your opponent's unit in play and retire it. And the second skill is when this unit appears on the rearguard circle, if you control a Royal Paladin Vanguard, if you do, you may pay the cost, which is Card Blast 2, and choose 1 of your opponent's grade 2 unit in play and retire it. Basically it's a clone, just that it's a bit of a higher cost because it's an old unit, which is so 4 copy. And then moving on, I'll be running 2 pieces of the Blaster Dart because I play Majestic Lord Blaster, and because it's a Blaster name. First skill is a continuous. If you have a Blaster Javelin in your soul, this unit gains plus 1000 power. Unfortunately, we don't play that. And second skill is when this unit appears on the Vanguard circle, if you may pay the cost, which is Card Blast 2. If you do, choose 1 of the opponent's unit in play and retire. So basically it's the same skill. And then moving on, I'll be running 1 pieces of the Blaster Blade Spirit. When this unit appears on the rearguard circle from your deck, and you may pay the cost of Card Blast 1. If you do, choose 1 of your opponent's unit in the front row, which is grade 2 and which is grade 2 or higher, and retire it. Second skill is at the end, if this unit is attacked at the end of turn, retire it. And the third skill is this unit is also can be treated as a Gold Paladin unit, so yeah, 1 copy. And then I'll be running 4 pieces of the all new Darkness and Light Disciple. Disciple of Light and Darkness, Liu. The first skill is when this unit is boosted by either Blaster Flame Bakao or the new Flogger Crit. Blaster Flame Bakao or the new Flogger Crit. This unit gain plus 3000 power until the end of turn, and a new skill. At the end of battle, this unit attacks a Vanguard. You pay the cost of Counter +1, put this unit into soul, and if you do, choose up to one card which have Blaster in the name from your deck, and Superior Core, which is grade 2, and Superior Core it to your rearguard. And if you do, shuffle your deck, and that unit gain plus 3000 power until the end of turn. So help you to fill your soul for Sing Saver Restand, and help you to Superior Core more blasters, Blaster Blades or Blaster Darks or Blaster Blade Spirits or Blaster Blade Seeker. So yeah, 4 copies. And then moving on, for the grade 1s, I'll be running 4 pieces of this Bleeping Perfect Guards. Skill is when your Vanguard is attacked, you may pay the cost of discard 1 card from your hand and put this card into your Guardian Circle, and choose one of your Vanguards that is being attacked this turn, that all attacks done to that Vanguard is nullified, and if you have the same copy of her in the drop zone, you may unflip 1 damage. So yeah, 4 pieces. And then moving on, I'll be running 4 pieces of these strike folders, because you only run 6 grid 3, so you wanted to strike. So yeah, unfortunately I don't play Automao, so it's just a dead card, but it's just for striking purposes. Moving on, I'll be running. I'll put here. Moving on, I'll be running the all new card, which is from gbt06, Blaster Flame Bakao. The skill is very good. Basically, it turns your Blaster Blade into the Blaster Dark Revenger and Doreen Engine. Skill is when this unit is in play, and if a Blaster Blade appears on the same column as this unit, and if you control a Blaster Vanguard, yeah, so it still has a restriction, just like the Blaster Dark Revenger and Doreen combo, which you need the Revenger Vanguard, and if you do, counter charge 1. So help you to counter charge, so that prepare for more restands and also for more Blaster Blades restand. And then the last copy, I'll be running 1 pieces. Well, the last copy of grade 1, I'll be running 1 pieces of the Blaster Rapier Laura. Skill is this is a resist unit, and the second skill is if you control Alfred Vanguard, and if you control Alfred in the same column, and that unit gain plus 1000 power permanently. So basically, she's here just for the name, because she has Blaster. And then I'll be running the Wingao Brave Starter. When this unit attacks, when this unit Forerunner, the skill is Forerunner. Second skill is if you control a Vanguard with Blaster in the name, and this unit is boosted, and if the attack does hit, it doesn't necessarily to hit Vanguard. If you do, search your deck for up to 1 Blaster, any grade, show it to your opponent, add it to your hand, shuffle it afterwards. So basically help you to basically your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 6 targets to search with Wingao Brave, so yeah, it's very good. And then moving on to triggers line out, I'll be running 4 of the new Flogger Crit. It's very, very good. The skill is at the end of battle, your Blaster Blades attacks the Vanguard, and you may pay the cost, which counter +1. If you do, stand that unit, and return this unit back to your deck and shuffle your deck afterwards. So help you to restand your Blaster Blade and turns your Blaster Blade into Tidal Assault. So yeah, and then I'll be running another 4 of the critical, which is the Automao Personal Crit. Although I don't run the Automao grade 3, but I run the Automao Strike, so I still get to Soul Charge. Basically, the skill is when this unit, when you control a Vanguard with Automao in the name, attacks, if you pay the cost, we just put this unit into Soul. If you do, draw 1, and that your Vanguard gain plus 5000 power. So yeah, and then I'll be running 4 pieces of the Magao, so that it helps you to help the Blaster Blades to hit 12k attack power so that you can start hitting 11k Vanguard, or you can help to fix your soul with for Sing Silver to withstand. And then the last one I'll be running 4 heal, which is the classic heals must be played by Royal. So yeah, if you don't play a Royal Paladin. And then the last and then moving on to strike, I'll be running 1 pieces of the Gear Blade. A skill is when this unit attacks hit the Vanguard, and if you do such attack for up to 1 grade 2 unit and superior core it. And the next grade 4, the strike, I'll be running 1 piece of Madio. If you do, the skill is when this unit appears on a Vanguard, if you have a heart with 10,000 attack power or less, if you do, you may salvage, as in you may retrieve 1 card with you may retrieve 1 grade 3 from your drop zone and add it to your hand. And then the next strike, I'll be running 2 pieces of the grade 4 auto mount, which is useful with this. The skill is when this unit appears on the Vanguard circle, you may pay the cost with G Persona Flip. If you do, during this turn, all of your front row gain plus 3000 power, and also if you have 2 G zone face up, and you can superior call 1 grade 2 from your deck, and that unit gain plus 5000 power until the end of turn. And then I'll be running 2 pieces of the Religious Soul Saver, which is when this unit appears on the Vanguard circle, you pay the cost of Counter Blast 1. If you control a Blaster Vanguard, you pay the cost. And if you do, choose up to 3 units in play, and those unit gain plus 5000 power. And if you have 2 or more blasters in your soul, this unit gain plus 1 critical. And it can help you to first strike, so that with critical, and it's very devastating, and also help you to push for numbers. And the last strike, I'll be running 2 pieces of same blow, which is G Persona Flip. For each rearguard in play, this unit gain plus 3000 power, and if you have 2 G zone that is face up, this unit gain plus 1 critical. So yeah, that's all for my Sing Blaster deck profile. Basically, I really enjoy playing this deck more than the Raging Form Abyss deck, because this deck has early, mid and late game. For early game, you can rush with Blaster Blades, and for mid game, you can rush with the Strikes. Late game, you can double withstand with Sing Saver with no problem at all. So yeah, that's all for my Sing Blaster deck profile. I hope you enjoy it. Do subscribe and like my channel, which is Akibao TCG, for more updates. Peace.